There are moments in life when grief feels like it opens a door between our world and whatever lies beyond. Sometimes that door lets through something comforting, other times something that leaves us wondering if the people we've lost ever truly left. Tonight's story comes from a narrator who experienced something deeply unsettling after the loss of two beloved family members. What began as quiet nights alone soon turned into encounters that defied explanation and perhaps offered a glimpse into what happens when love lingers past death. Earlier this year, tragedy struck the narrator's family twice within just a few short weeks. First, their grandfather, a gentle, kind man who had spent his final days on hospice care, passed away peacefully at home. He had always loved sitting outside by the front door, resting in his walker, or rocking gently in one of the two chairs that faced the big tree in their yard. One chair for him and one for the narrator's mother, where the two would sit together in the mornings, sharing coffee and quiet moments. Then, only a month later, the family suffered another heartbreaking loss. The narrator's aunt, a woman with Down syndrome whose sweet curiosity had always brought warmth to the home. Her health had declined rapidly, and on the very same day she entered hospice care, she too passed away. The house felt emptier than ever. The silence seemed to stretch on endlessly, wrapping itself around every corner. One night, around 1:40 a.m., the narrator sat in the living room scrolling on their phone. The rest of the house was quiet, but out of the corner of their eye, something moved. Their gaze shifted toward the front door, and that's when they saw it. The rocking chair, the one that had belonged to their grandfather. It was moving, back and forth, slowly at first, then pausing as if someone invisible were leaning back in it, settling in. The narrator froze. There was no one outside, no wind, no reason for it to move. Still, not wanting to jump to conclusions, they checked the weather. The air was still, completely calm. So why was the chair rocking? The narrator recorded the moment from the couch, capturing every irregular motion, the way it swayed unevenly, the way it stopped suddenly, just as if a weight had shifted within it. Watching that footage later only deepened the unease. It was as though someone was still sitting there, someone who refused to leave the place they loved most. Weeks passed. The rocking chair stopped moving, but something else began. Late at night, when the narrator stayed up playing games on their iPad, that uneasy feeling returned, the kind that makes your skin crawl and your heartbeat quicken, the feeling of being watched. But this wasn't just fear. This felt familiar. It felt like someone they knew was there. Sometimes, out of the corner of their eye, the narrator could swear they saw a figure peeking out from the hallway, a faint, shadowy outline that would vanish the moment they looked up. It reminded them of their aunt, her curious, playful habit of watching from a distance, pretending not to care once she was noticed. The resemblance in the behavior was uncanny, the same shy, childlike presence. Then came the night that would stay with the narrator forever. It was around 3 or 4 a.m. The house was quiet, save for the faint tapping of the iPad screen. Out of nowhere, movement caught the narrator's attention, a shape walking from the hallway toward the fireplace. For a moment, it looked solid, real. Then, just as quickly, it turned and darted back down the hall, gone in an instant. The narrator sat frozen, trying to process what had just happened. Maybe it was one of their parents. But when morning came and they asked, both parents denied ever leaving their rooms that night. So, who was it that the narrator saw? What's most chilling about this story isn't just the movement of a chair or a shadow in the hallway, it's the emotional weight behind it. The bond between the living and the dead is powerful, and sometimes that connection doesn't fade with death. Maybe it was the spirit of the narrator's grandfather, still enjoying his favorite chair under the quiet night sky. Maybe it was the playful energy of an aunt who couldn't resist a late-night peek. Or maybe the veil between worlds is thinner when love refuses to let go. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: some goodbyes never truly end. What do you think was happening here? Was it a spirit holding on to the memories of a life well lived, or just the echoes of grief manifesting in mysterious ways? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've ever had an experience that defies logic, one that made you question what's truly out there, we'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe to Unseen Experiences for more real stories from beyond, where the line between life and death isn't always as clear as we think.